joining us on the show to discuss further on this is Manoj Verma, CEO at Bikaji Foods International, because this is one of the raw materials for him. And we have Mr. B.V. Mehta, Executive Director at the Solvent Extractors Association of India, to talk to us about the price trends that could be expected from here on. But first, let me get in Manoj Verma. Mr. Verma, good morning and welcome to the show, and a pleasure to speak to you at NDTV Profit as always. My first question coming to you is the increase that has already happened so far in terms of palm oil prices. What is the impact that you've already seen, and how are you looking at mitigating this?
So, in fact, the worst was Q3 of last year, and that's when prices went on and on. And then on top of it was the import duty, which moved up from 5 to 20%. So that again was an unexpected move. So what we as an organization did, and perhaps the industry did, was we were prepared for the worst, and we have seen the worst times, which actually now has passed by. So going forward, we don't see much of price increase on cost of on account of this oil prices. They are pretty much stable, in fact, down with what the worst was, and is trading at around 130 plus minus.
Okay, so how are you seeing the trend from here on, Mr. Verma?
So in terms of trends, what we feel is that it should get stabilized here. See, currently, when the duties were reduced from 20 to 10%, the entire benefit has not gone to the trade, perhaps because of the high demand season. And also what we expect is that post-season, the festive season and all, we expect some slowdown or some improvement in the prices as well.
Okay. Stay with us. In fact, let me also get in Mr. B.V. Mehta. Mr. Mehta, welcome to the show. We're talking about the way prices have gone up right now. Representing the Solvent Extractors Association, how are you seeing the trend from here on? What is it that you're picking up?
Madam, let me examine first why the price has gone up. One, Indonesia has decided to go from B40 to B50. That's one part. Second part, American biodiesel policy. They said they are going to use about 6 million tons of the soybean oil for the biodiesel. Third, the sunflower yield in Ukraine, Russia is lower than what was expected. And fourth is hedging. The Chinese hedging fund is buying in a big way the palm oil. These are the four factors which has taken the market up in the last 1 month. If you look at palm has gone up by $80 to $90. Yeah, CPO gone by 85. Soybean about lowest was at 25, and the sunflower has gone by 50. This is the four reason which has taken the market up. But what personally I feel, if we have reached at the saturated level, market may not go up from this level, maybe on sideline. But I'm not expecting market to go further. And another thing, to look at the demand for the world produce about 260 million tons of the vegetable oil. Out of that, about 60 million is being used as a biodiesel. So there is from food is moving to the energy. And that's the reason availability of the oil is reducing. And that is also one of the factors why the prices are going up.
Okay. So, Mr. Mehta, would it be right to say that from here on, you're expecting palm oil prices to stabilize at current levels? Are you seeing any correction that could come in the near future?
No, madam, it will be sideline. Maybe 30, 40 up or down it can go. But I'm not expecting much there. Unless something happens in the international market, it's a different story.
Okay.
War or something, that's a different story. Otherwise, look into the situation, market is likely to remain more or less stable with a minor $30, $40 up or down.
Understood. Understood. Thank you, Mr. Mehta, for that. In fact, Mr. Verma, let me come to you. Now, taking the impact into consideration currently, normalization probably from here on, do you consider a reduction in grammage, or would you take any price hikes? Because in the last 2.5 quarters, it's approximately 2.5% approximately in terms of price hikes. So what's the trajectory there?
So, in fact, over last 2 quarters, we've already taken a price increase upwards of 3.5%, 4%. That's the price increase from Q3 to Q1, and which brings us home. So we don't expect any further price increases. That's what we are looking at. Crops have been very good. Oil prices, what we feel should get stabilized at this price. and therefore, I think we are in a comfortable state to manage with this.
Apart from that, Mr. Verma, now we've spoken about the way palm oil prices will have an impact as well. Let's talk about the fire accident at the Bihar contract manufacturing unit. Any losses that could impact, see the PNL, any losses that we could see on the PNL in the second quarter on the back of this?
Not really. Actually, see, most of it is we have the biggest plants capacities in Bikaner. And more importantly, we have our manufacturing units at a different strategic units. So our dependence on one particular plant is not as much. This any which way was a new plant. And yes, there are some losses in terms of, but that should not impact our overall as a company performance in any way.
And apart from that, with regards to where capacity utilization goes now, where does that stand? What is the expansion plan from here on? Because you have executed a JV with a Chaudhary Group to expand your brand presence in Nepal food market as well. So taking all of this into consideration, will you see capacity expansion?
So JV is not on account of enhancing our capacity expansion. That's because of to have our product manufactured in Nepal itself, and which saves us from a lot of the customs duty which currently is being levied. So to be competitive with the local players there, that was the strategic call which we took. On the other side, if you look at our capacity utilization is around 47-48%. So we are ahead of, so in that terms, we are pretty much future ready.
Thank you, Mr. Verma, so much for joining us on the show, and Mr. Mehta for joining us on the show and giving us that perspective with regards to where palm oil prices go, the impact a company could see as well.